Alright, so we're heading into map number 2, and this time Lucifer is the one getting undead, whereas Susiria doesn't appear to be as lucky. Lucifer here in the top right spawn position of Twisted Meadows, starting with this with Crypt Altar, and I guess as soon as he reaches 150 gold here, the Ziggurat is going to be up next. So at least early on, a ghoul build by Lucifer, and his opponent in the top left, spawning as Orc Susiria, is going for a standard build thus far. So we've seen Lucifer do pretty well, at least in terms of results, against Orcs playing with a lot of Fiends early on and an extremely late tech, but that is not the build order to do so. And we've seen him getting crushed pretty clearly by Lin while he tried playing Ghouls early on against Orc. So we'll see whether or not this is going to be working out. Of course, Susiria is no Lin with Orc, and Susiria decides to go for the Farseer here, so definitely trusting in his skills with this, well, I guess many would argue, not as easily playable hero. So we'll see how well he's going to be able to do with that one. Lucifer, by the way, scouting with the Ghoul and with the Acolyte, definitely wants to know quickly about his opponent's race and spawn position, and now he knows. Of course, now also Susiria knows, and Susiria has thus far not scouted at all. We'll see if he's just going to go ahead, do his own thing and start by creeping a bit, or if he's going to decide otherwise. Second Ziggurat is coming here for Lucifer, so yeah, no quick transition into Fiends or anything like that. It's going to be a lot of Ghouls early on. Farseer has spawned, he's heading towards the bottom with the first grunt, so it looks like he's... is he gonna start creeping? Turning a little bit right now. We'll see. The DK in the meantime with the rod and the dust, anticipating a Blade Master here, is going to go for some harassment. And the first of the wands is going to be down by the time the Death Knight arrives. Let's see what's going to happen with the second one. Looks like it's probably still going to go to Susiria. Coil is killing the wolf here, earning the DK his first bunch of experience as well. Of course, at the time the wolves providing more experience than they do these days, and yeah, just leveling up a bit on those often turned out to do the job for the undeads early on. Speaking of the undeads, Lucifer is still not taking, building more and more ghouls, whereas Susiria, well, continues creeping a bit, is taking the small green camp right now, has started taking, is adding his shop right now, is going to get the kill on the Nullbrute, just slowly gathering experience. He knows that this one would probably be stolen by the Death Knight, or at least would trigger a huge effort by Lucifer to be stolen. So it's just taking the green camp, getting closer to level 2. The DK here surprisingly did not decide to kill another wolf, which he would have been able to do quite easily. And now the tech is starting for Lucifer. Does have plenty of ghouls, pulling them already. I'm assuming he's gonna go for his own orange camp pretty soon. And the grunts as well as one wolf continue creeping. The skeleton is gonna scout that. Let's see if the Death Knight is going to be able to do anything about it. Is he turning around for a steal perhaps? It looks like the answer is no. Bunch of ghouls joining the DK right now. And actually he might be still in time to steal this Null Overseer. Let's see. No, he isn't. Level 2 for the Farseer. The item has been killed here actually. So, or destroyed. So neither of the players is going to be getting that. And a bunch of ghouls of Lucifer joining here, trying to go for the surround on the Farseer, and he actually gets it. And well, there is chain lightning available, but I don't think the Farseer is going to be able to get out of this one. So I think he should just, wow, he decides not to town portal, or he was just too slow on the TP, and that's going to cost him the Farseer. It's going to cost him another ghoul, and that's just going to be a terrible early game after all for the Orc on the second map. Even the wolves just getting killed here very, very easily. Tier 2 finished in the meantime for Susiria. He's adding a Beast Tree, double Beast Tree even. But the second hero is not going to be in production for a while, as this Farseer has to be rebuilt first. Bunch of low HP ghouls sent back by Lucifer. Graveyard is coming. Tier 2 is gonna finish eventually, and the DK is gonna steal this creep camp from the side of the Orc. Is gonna get a big item, is gonna get a load of experience. It's gonna be level 3 once this camp has finished. And yeah, things will be looking quite nice for him. The Farseer is going to be under leveled. He's gonna have level 2 coil already. And that's usually making it very, very difficult. The Farseer traditionally not the greatest comeback hero per se, so yeah, as I said, usually with a bad early game with a Farseer, things aren't going to look too bright. Even leaving one of the creeps alive here, perhaps just to make it more difficult for Susiria to get an expansion into production eventually.
Upgrade complete.
And double Wind Rider production starts here. So Lucifer has definitely seen the double Beast tree. It's just not entirely sure if he already knows about the upcoming air units here by his opponent. No web or fiend or anything like that coming just yet. And it just starts, you know, chipping away on those hit points of the Farseer. One coil already dealing quite a bit of damage. The Lich will soon spawn as well, and that's going to be, yeah, some increased damage output against this Farseer. And of course he's trying to keep track of that one. Of course he sees the grunts heading down the map, so the Orc player is going to have a difficult time creeping anything. The ghoul up here has now also seen the Wind Riders, so that, yeah, is immediately triggering the first fiend to be produced. Lich is about to spawn as well. The Farseer continues running away here. And now there's the DK who's actually turning away for the moment. The wolf is being sent out to scout, so he knows that the Death Knight is coming, but there's not all too much he can do about it, and the creep can be stolen very, very easily here. Level 2 coil, of course, very, very powerful. Much more instant damage output than the Orc has available currently. And the next coil is just doing so much damage to this Farseer, and the Lich is coming across the map right now, so this could be very dangerous. Meantime, the first Wind Rider is also heading down across the map, but I mean, they shouldn't be able to do all too much. The Farseer is using his second charge of Healing Salve. So just desperately trying to stay alive here. As 4 Wind Riders really deal a lot of damage to the ghouls here. But the kill on the Farseer definitely more important than Susiria is calling the GG quite early on here. So basically an exact mirror match of what happened on map number 1. One of the players, in this case it was Lucifer, getting undead, going for ghouls. The other player getting caught off guard, getting surrounded early on, getting his hero killed, and afterwards just having a terrible game, which the opponent was able to finish off quite quickly. Susiria trying to go for Wind Riders here, but he didn't even continue playing. You know, Lucifer, of course, would have gone for a couple more fiends, and he would have just had such a gigantic lead in terms of hero levels that there was just no way back for Susiria into this game anymore. So this time Lucifer is the one dominating his opponent, and we'll see if on map number 3, Secret Valley, we perhaps can get a less one-sided game. So yeah, that's what's going to be up next.